Hello, this is just a little short tutorial on the best way to farm Supercredit. So what we're going to do is just find an open map, set our difficulty down to 1, and then sabotage supply bases. Doesn't really matter, we're not actually going to be doing the actual mission. Now, if you're a new diver, I've put myself with Liberator and the standard guns you get when you first join the game. You can still do most of this. Cool, so we're probably not going to do this one because it's a city and the cities are just a bit rubbish for farming, if I'm honest. There'll be more points of interest, but they tend to just be ammo, so we're just going to not, and definitely not the mega city either. This should be good. Well, we hope. I haven't seen the map yet. But all we want to achieve is some little cool open map, bit spacious, so we're just going to pick a random point, probably here. And now it's going to take recon booster just so I can see a bit more of the map. Now if you have it, take the warp pack. If you don't have the warp pack, jump pack. Warp pack is slightly better for this because you can get into bunkers. If there's 2 of you, take jetpacks if you're doing it together, because you can open the bunkers, and the jetpack I think is a little bit quicker moving around. The rest doesn't actually matter. So I just take a couple of turrets, and basically if I get happened upon by a patrol, I'm largely just going to ignore it. Now if you have a grenade pistol, take that. I'll probably just do that now. Obviously if you don't, your grenades will open all the what are they called, like metal containers. And then we're just going to do a lap around the map basically, and then we're not going to bother the mission, we're just going to quit because we keep our super credits, and once we've quit the game we'll then do the same again, rinse and repeat until we have the desired amount of super credits that we want. Or if you just want to bank some ready for another war bond, and you don't want to buy them basically with real money. I very rarely don't get at least one set of super credits from every map. Sometimes you can get, I think the most I've had is like 7 or 8, but that's few and far between. What we really want to do is go looking for points of interest. So see your at the top of the screen, the little compass, north facing west, now south. We're looking for those question marks, and I pull a resupply down. We don't necessarily need it. It's just to mark on my map to myself where, because it will show the resupply will show up on the map, and it's just to show me where I've been or where I started. I mean, we'll take some because they're free. Cool. And then we'll just, I'm not going to teach you to explain that a grenade will get that open. Super credits, perfect. And then I'm going to pick a direct, I know I can see some stuff over there, but I want to go around the map in a somewhat organised way. So I can see a patrol over there. I'm not going to bother. If they see me, I'll just drop a turret and move along. And if it makes you feel better, you can just chuck a turret. You're only going to get these little troopers, so you don't need any sort of heavy ordnance. We're largely just going to ignore them. And although I'm not getting anything from this portion of the map, there might have been, and I'm not seeing any question marks on the little, obviously if you run out of stamina, just pop a stim. But I can rule out the top side of the map as being dead, and I can see some structures up ahead, so we're going to continue to move on the outskirts of the map. If it makes you feel better, check another one. Question mark coming up. Sometimes you get lots of stuff, sometimes you don't. You can, obviously, I avoided the cities. Oh, another super cred. At the start, you can do a city if you really fancy it, but I just typically find that I'm wasting a bit more of my time. And here we are, bunker. So this is what you won't be able to do about the warp pack unless you bring a buddy with you. And obviously if you want supplies as you go around the map, there's plenty. I tend to find it's best if you lay down. And obviously if you're very new to the game, try a new weapon. Okay. Don't land on the... that's a bit of a time waste, so I've never done that before. But yeah. I think I went into the forklift truck that's sometimes stationary there. No matter. Now we're Alright, back towards the question marks on my screen. Obviously, I sometimes will just wiggle my screen around, just in case there's one in my peripheral that I'm not quite noticing. Got a shiny beacon here. Medal. I'm not interested in medals personally. Obviously, if you're new to the game, medals are helpful. If you want to unlock everything, I've got all the stuff I could do with medals. And if you play level 10, like just playing level 10s will get you medals significantly quicker than looting. Here we are. Smooth as milk. And then another Supercredit. So we've got 3 so far. And even if you didn't were playing by yourself without a warp pack, you'd still have the 3, so none in the bunker. And then I'm just going to try and remember where I've been. So I can see that I've almost finished my lap of the map. I thought I saw another question. There we go. And basically we're just covering the map. So I just want to get around the map as quickly as possible. Match time says I've been here for 4 minutes. Would have been a bit quicker if I hadn't teleported into a forklift truck. Cool. And now you can also, with an open map, basically anything that looks like it's man-made or like from a civilization, it's probably a point of interest. So I think that's the one we've been to already. And yep, now that I know that I'm happy with everything, I can just quit. And I'll have my super creds. I should have shown you my before and after values, but I got 3 lots then. So I got almost 700. And then this is my spare controller, by the way, see the stick drift. Just rinse and repeat. So it doesn't matter what the mission is. I tend to find the escape pods ones sometimes will have, you'll see the shape, if I see the like a smaller island, like the, yeah, so it's pretty round. I'll see sometimes they just have nothing, so it's a good thing to watch out for. I'm just going to start on one side and I'm going to do the same again, lap it. Oh sugar. I tend to find there is a car you could take as well. I tend to find I miss stuff in the car, but that's more of a me problem than a thing problem. But again, like I said, if you don't have the grenade pistol, the grenade you get equipped with will open everything. Just watch out for certain containers because there's often those little explodable barrels in the way, or you can shoot the barrels, I guess. There's always a way, basically, if you don't have an explosive primary to take. And the longest thing you'll have is this sort of screen here waiting to get through it all. And if you like the how-to things and you have something that you don't think anybody else has covered and you like someone to explain how it gets done or an easy way of doing it, just leave a comment. I'm going to do mega nests next. I posted a short about the fortresses, which shoot them, the fabricators from the outside, but I'll do a better one later on. Same again, drop that there so I know that where I started, because I mean most normal people would remember, but I don't. Cool. That's a point of interest. Just a random HMG emplacement. Never near any enemies. Now we're just going to go clockwise around again. I can see some stuff over there and something right down there, and I've got a question mark on my screen. So we're just going to go get this. Now once you've played a few times, you'll know the layouts of all the requisition. Cool, nothing I really want in there. You'll know the layouts of the individual points of interest and question mark over here. So I wouldn't have seen that without the map, which is why it's really handy. This particular one, this one does have barrels. If you aim, Jesus Christ, stick drift, at the top, you shouldn't do that. God damn it. Supercreds. That's the requisition slip, I think. So this is a bit of a time waste, waiting for the fire to go down. My stick drift is bad. We're just gonna, yeah, we should be able to get in. Obviously, when you explode things, you do attract patrols, which is why we're on level 1. and also the points of interest aren't guarded. So I'm just gonna, as I walk around, sort of wiggle my stick. It's always good to wiggle your stick, boys. Oh, for God's sake. Climb. Don't forget you have a warp pack like I do. I don't often bring mobility backpacks. I tend to bring stuff for killing because it's just what I like to do. So I forget I have it. Medal. This one, not as promising start as the last one, but we'll probably find at least one. It might just be unlucky as well, but I'm pretty sure there's always one. Right, that's a hell bomb. Now you don't have to do this. Hit the rock. Stick drift. Or bad aim, you decide. But I just have a compulsion to shoot them. And then pop a stim if you're low on stamina. You'll probably find stim somewhere as you look around the map, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. And because we're on level 1, the second anything shows up to bother me, I will just put a turret down. Cool. And then we're going to do the same again, just keep looking around. See something over there, and something over there. So we're just going to go to this one first, it's a bit off the beaten track. I wouldn't have seen, this again, another one I wouldn't have seen. There were some stims in there, I don't need them. And see where I mentioned about where I'm making noise, and now there's a patrol chilling. They're not necessarily looking for me, they're just patrolling. There we are, Supercredits. So you see here, it's gone up by, I've got 715 now. I think I had I thought I had 795 before I started. Maybe I've had 2 lots and not paid enough attention. There is every possibility that I'm stupid. There's another one I probably wouldn't have seen. Sometimes you don't get anything good. If you need samples, you'll need, if you're collecting samples as well, you will need to do the mission in, or at the very least extract. Because you won't keep your samples if you don't extract with them. Supercreds, you just get them from showing up. And we've got a bit of space from the main objective, so I'm not going to bother putting a turret out this time. If you really want to, you can lob a turret up there. If you really want to complete the mission as you do it, you can lob and do the kill the Devastator mission and put like a couple of sentries up, and that'll just clear it all out for you, so you won't have to do anything. Alright, let's see if we can do this one without killing ourselves. Alright, again, I find I get through consistently if I lay down. Super credits. And super credits. This time I'm going to teleport that way. Perfect. Cool. Obviously, if there's 2 of you, I would recommend taking the jump pack instead, unless you really want to split up. Maybe that's quicker. Occasionally I've done this a long time ago, and I've had just random people join, and they're obviously, the second you see someone who's level 150, or probably anything over sort of 10, doing a level 1, they're usually farming for stuff like this. So, nice and smooth brain, no challenge. There we see the chode rock. For those in America who don't know what a chode is, it's British slang, Google it. And enjoy the answer. Okay, so there's often 2 of these chode rocks. On the higher difficulties, this is where you'll find your ultra samples. On this difficulty, just some ammo. And I can see another point of interest. I thought we'd be all done. That's why I do tend to complete the full lap. And this will be another explodable thing. And more supercreds. So I haven't counted how many I've had from the start to the finish, but I think I've had 4 in this one and 3 in the last, so I've just got 70 supercreds in about 10 minutes. So it's easy to do and easy to grind. There's not much more to it. Nice, easy how to. Enjoy.